Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Ocean County School Counselors Association Virtual College Fair powered by StriveScan. My name is Julian. I'm going to be your facilitator for this evening and just want to take you through a few housekeeping items before we get started. We have 6 awesome institutions here that are going to share with you some great news about their schools. And if you have any questions about that throughout the night, please use the Q&A chat box at the bottom. You can do so to any institution throughout the night. It doesn't have to be the institution that's talking. Just make sure you address the college that you want to answer your question. And your camera and microphones are off, so you don't have to worry about us seeing you tonight. You just have to sit back, relax, and enjoy the information. And then other than that, if you want to sign up for more sessions, we have one more after this one, which you can do so by going to strivescan.com/OCSCA, where you'll also be able to find the recording for this session and any others from today within about a week on that same website. So we're going to get the floor over to West Virginia University. We're going to allow them to get their screen share going. And again, just want to encourage everyone to pop in those questions in the Q&A chat box down there throughout the night.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Jackie Gress, and I'm an Associate Director in the Office of Admissions at West Virginia University. And tonight I'll be telling you a little bit about WVU, first through a little video that I actually have. I'm sorry, my screen didn't really share correctly. So let me try that again. 1 second.
No problem. And at the bottom, it should have that optimized for video and everything as well, too. Cool.
Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Great. Okay, so first I'm going to show you this short video about WVU. I do think it kind of encompasses all of what it's like to be on our campus.
Real. This is West Virginia University, home of Mountaineers. We're talking like real Mountaineers, none of that fake stuff. West Virginia Mountaineers. Of champions, pioneers, record breakers, scholars. And this is our jam. We're home to the largest crime scene training complex in the country, the first institute in the world devoted to studying human memory. And we're making headlines in all these places, too. This is WVU, where we do the highest level research, seeking cures, building hope, hunting pulsars, discovering new technologies, proving Einstein's theory. Wait, this list just keeps going. You don't expect me to read all these, do you? This is WVU, where being unique and proud of it is in the blood, where he can find rhythm and engineer his future, where she can compete on the field and on the stage, and where our president can inspire us to be ourselves, which is a pretty good thing to be, where a little grit and determination can literally take you anywhere. I want to go flying. This is WVU, a family of distinct campuses, just a short drive from here, here, and here, where a degree opens doors for anyone from anywhere, where you can dig into your passions, create your own niche, and find your purpose. This is WVU. Our students are realizing their own visions, leading their own adventures, and writing their own stories. Shh, whoa, sorry. I forgot we were in a library. And when you become a Mountaineer, you'll never have to go it alone. Because here, our faculty will challenge you and support you. Your fellow students will push you and encourage you. And our alumni will guide you no matter where your journey unfolds. We're a community that works smart and plays smart. We question assumptions and laugh at obstacles. A place where everyone fits, because we're all in this together. This is West Virginia University. This is home.
So if you didn't know what our motto is, it is "Let's Go." And I do believe that does show you, if you were to visit campus, you would probably feel a lot of what you just saw in that video. But just to give you a little bit of background about WVU, we are a statewide system. We have 29,000 students in the state system. We are Morgantown campus is the campus that I represent. We have 2 divisional campuses in Kaiser, which is just west of us, and then Beckley, West Virginia, which is south of WVU Morgantown. We do offer 14 colleges and school on our campus. We have over 140 majors. We're an R1 research institution. This means that we have been categorized as a very high activity of research happening on campus. 3.45 is a little bit higher now. It was a 3.5 is our academic profile for GPA. SAT is around an 1185 and a 23 on the ACT. STEM majors will have more of a math requirement than non-STEM majors. We have 12 residence halls on campus. We have 30 places to grab a bite to eat on campus. And we have 18 D1 sports. So it is a quintessential college town in Morgantown. Just to give you an idea about our admissions and scholarships, we are rolling admissions, which means that we accept applications throughout the entire year. As a senior, going into your senior year on August 1st is when our application opens, and we send out decisions starting in September on a rolling basis. So as we make the decision, we just get them out to you. We do have a test optional policy for this school year, for this admission cycle. However, we have not got an updated policy in place just yet for your class, for juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. So check back with us in the summer when we launch the app. Our application requirements include an online application, transcripts, test scores if not test optional, and a $50 fee or a fee waiver. We do have 2 types of scholarships. This is our Go First scholarship. It's for students who do not send test scores. A 3.0 would automatically award $5,000 per year, and a 4.2 for an out-of-state student is at $12,000 per year. This is our scholarship of distinction for students who do send test scores. And so you can see on this grid, you would match up the GPA on the left side with the ACT or SAT score on the right side. We did return to campus this year. We had 4,500 freshmen in the fall, and we were very successful in bringing back our full student body in January. We have tons of precautions in place, and currently WVU is able to vaccinate most people on campus at this point. We have 3 ways to visit. We have a self-guided tour, which is when you come down to campus and you download an app. We have an on-campus visit. We do have on-campus visits happening in very small groups right now, and we have a virtual tour. And again, my name is Jackie Gress. I'm an associate director. I'm your point of contact. So anything you need, you can get in touch with me, and I'm happy to help in any way that I can.
Awesome. Thank you so much, West Virginia University. And we are going to get the floor over to University of the Sciences. And while they are setting up screen share, just want to continue to encourage you to pop in those questions in the Q&A chat box throughout the night. Just make sure that you address the college that you want to answer your questions so we can make sure we get that squared away for you. And we'll leave the floor over to University of the Sciences.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining tonight. My name is Allison, and I'm an undergraduate admission counselor at University of the Sciences here in Philadelphia. And I'm just going to speak to you a little bit about our school. So here at U Sciences, we are a school that is uniquely focused on the sciences and health sciences. So I always say if you are more of a math or science student, we are definitely a great school for you. And a little bit about the history of U Sciences is we were actually founded all the way back in 1821. And we were founded as the very first school of pharmacy in all of North America. We were founded as the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy. So we have a lot of roots in the pharmaceutical industry as well as the Philadelphia region. And we are very excited that we are coming up on our bicentennial or 200-year celebration. So fingers crossed that that can be an in-person celebration, but we're very excited about that. Here is a full list of all of the different undergraduate programs that we have to offer. So as you can see, all of them are related to the sciences in some way. If you see a program that has an asterisk next to it, that means that that program has a pre-health preparation built into it. So what that means is if you are interested in going to medical school or dental school, veterinary school, or optometry school, you would have all of those prereq courses that you would need already in your curriculum. In addition, we also offer 4 pre-health specialization tracks. As I mentioned, we offer pre-dental, pre-medicine, pre-optometry, and pre-veterinary. And students are also able to add these specialization tracks to any of their majors. So for example, you could even be a psychology major and be a pre-dental student. We also have 2 wonderful pre-health advisors that work with all of our pre-health students from day 1 all the way up until their 4th year when they're interested in applying to medical school. They can really help our students be competitive applicants. I also wanted to highlight some of our professional programs. We offer 3 direct entry professional programs, which are pharmacy, occupational therapy, and physical therapy. So if you are interested in any of these fields, one of the benefits is that you can actually apply for these programs as a high school senior and have that seat reserved for you for all 6 years. There is no need to take any sort of GRE or PCAT. As long as you are maintaining those standards, you can walk away with a doctorate degree in 6 years, which is amazing. And we also have a wonderful physician assistant studies program where you can do the undergraduate portion here at U Sciences. And we were very excited to get our own graduate physician assistant program as well. So students that meet certain standards can be guaranteed an interview for that program. We also have a huge emphasis on undergraduate research here. You can do research in any academic discipline, so even outside of your own major. Our students can begin doing research as early as their 2nd semester freshman year, which is amazing. A lot of our students are published alongside our professors or present at professional conferences as undergraduate students. So that's a really great thing to put on your resume, whether you want to go on to graduate school or if you want to enter the workforce. I also wanted to talk a little bit about campus life. So for this past year, we were able to have students on campus, which was great. We kind of did a hybrid model. So some of those larger lecture hall type classes were online, but some of the smaller classes and labs, which are very important to our science students, we were able to have in person. We are located in the wonderful city of Philadelphia in the University City neighborhood. So we are right next door to a couple other schools. So it's a really fun place to attend college. There's usually around 20,000 college students in the area. So I always say you're only bored if you want to be bored. And there's also so many opportunities if you are interested in internships or shadowing. There's so many great opportunities right here in the city. We also have a lot going on campus as well. We have over 60 clubs and organizations, so it is really easy to get involved. Some of our more popular organizations include student government and honor societies. I was back on campus actually last week and I still saw a flyer up for our Pokemon Go club, which I didn't even know that people still even played that, but we really have a club for everyone and you can also start your own. In terms of on-campus housing, we do guarantee on-campus housing for 2 years and 84% of our students live on campus. We were very excited to open a brand new residence hall less than 2 years ago called the Living and Learning Commons. It's basically like a hotel. I wish I could go back in time and live there when I was in college. It is super nice. One of the best features is there are actually private bathrooms in every room. So this is available for our first-year students. If you're interested, we actually do have an online tour of just this residence hall on our website. So I definitely recommend checking that out. And then I kind of just wanted to wrap everything up and talk about YU Sciences. So a couple years ago, we did dramatically lower our tuition and we also fixed it, meaning it does not increase any certain percent each year. So what that does is really increase our value and makes us one of the most affordable schools in the region, especially for the types of degrees that we have to offer. Of course, we're in a proven location. Got to give a shout out to Philly. We are around 100 hospitals, 15 major health systems. We're also right down the block from CHOP, which is the second best children's hospital in the whole country. So there's a lot of great opportunities for you while you're a student and after you graduate. We are also proven in the classroom. We are definitely a smaller school, so you really get those smaller class sizes. You really get to know your professors. And all of our courses are taught by faculty, not by graduate assistants. And all of our faculty are truly experts in their field. They're either still actively doing research in their field or actively practicing, which is great. And if you are more of a hands-on student, we also have over 100 labs on campus. So you will really have the opportunity to get that hands-on education here. We're also ranked #1 in the tri-state area and top 10 in the nation for return on investment. So the money our students are investing in their education is really coming back to them. And if you're interested in connecting with an admission counselor, again, my name is Allison. The counselor for this school would be Christine. We do have some on-campus tours available if you're interested in signing up online. And if you have any questions, you can definitely ask me in the chat.
All righty, thank you, University of the Sciences. And next up is going to be Virginia Commonwealth University. So we're going to allow them a second to get their screen share up, but I just want to continue to encourage you to sign up for any sessions if you want to see any more schools or institutions tonight as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Julian. So my name is Sarah Frame. I serve as the Assistant Director of Undergraduate Admissions at Virginia Commonwealth University. So I'm happy to chat with you all tonight just to share a little bit about our dynamic institution. So VCU has a pretty interesting history. We're located in Richmond, Virginia, which is the capital of the state of Virginia. So you do have access to a pretty bustling metropolitan area while being a VCU student. So we're located in the heart of downtown Richmond. Very vibrant community that you can be a part of. Now, VCU as an institution, like I said, has a very interesting background. We go back to 1838, but VCU, as you know it today, actually formed in 1968 from a merger of two separate Virginia institutions, which was the Medical College of Virginia and then the Richmond Professionals Institute. So when those two colleges merged, it created for a unique blend of the traditional humanities and sciences type of college with a STEM medical-based college. So very cool background. I think it's allowed for us to grow as an institution and attract a wide variety of students. In terms of Richmond, I like to talk a little bit about Richmond too. Richmond, like I said, is a very vibrant, unique community. We have a lovely relationship with our local Richmond companies. There's a lot of different folks that you can network with while you're a student here. We have over 150 plus community partnerships that students are encouraged to take advantage of. Over 87% of our students take advantage of experiential learning opportunities, some of which go through those different community partnerships. We have 8 Fortune 500 companies that call Richmond home. So businesses like Capital One, Altria, CarMax, big name companies that you would be able to get involved with, whatever your major might be. Not only that, we also have a lot of medical facilities located in the area that a lot of our medical or pre-professional health students or health sciences students can get clinical experience at. We are an R1 level institution, so we do put a lot of money in research and what that might look like. So a lot of opportunities there. Green space. So yes, we are an urban campus. However, we are one of the only cities in the nation that has level class 4 whitewater rapids that run through city limits. So if you want to go whitewater rafting, you can actually do that here as a VCU student. So lots of green space that you can explore and check out. And we're also centrally located. So that's a big perk for a lot of our students. We have our own international airport, but we're also only 2 hours from the nation's capital, 2 hours from the mountains, 2 hours from the beach. So a lot of great things that you can explore while you're here. So VCU as an institution, we're just about 30,000 students total enrollment, 24,000 of which will be our undergraduate student population. Now, even though we are a larger institution, we still maintain a small school feel. So we have an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and the average class size is about 27 students per class. Certain majors, it does get smaller. In terms of academic programs available, we have over 200 different programs available for students to pick from. And the programs that a lot of students tend to be interested in is our School of the Arts, which is nationally ranked always in the top 5 amongst public and private art schools, and our medical program. So we do have a level 1 trauma center that students can get clinical experience at here, and a lot of different STEM programs for students to kind of get their feet wet if that's something that they're interested in. We also have a large alumni network spread throughout the nation. So I think our history as an institution has really allowed for us to make some really meaningful connections with various folks throughout the country that have, gone to VCU for undergrad. or even graduate work. But like I said, lots of different programs to select from. Honestly, one of the perks of VCU is just its unique blend of the arts and the STEM fields. We have a lot of students that cross collaborate amongst programs. What's really funny is you can tell students, hey, if you want to do groundbreaking, research in the morning for your STEM program, you can, but that night you might also be able to go downtown and open up your own art gallery. So our students are very involved in a lot of different facets, different communities that you can be a part of. So definitely a cool thing to take advantage of. Now, in terms of our application process, we are a rolling admissions institution. So what that means is we will continuously review applications on a space available basis. However, there are two deadlines that I typically tell students to pay attention to. You have our November 1 deadline, which is a non-binding deadline, but it is the priority deadline for freshman students. You'll want to apply by that deadline if you want to be considered for the most scholarships possible. So if you want to be considered for our big 3 merit-based scholarships, you want to apply by that deadline. If you want more time with your application, just apply by January 15th. That is our regular decision deadline. But if you miss that deadline, that's fine as well. We will still review your application after that. Essentially, as long as you apply by January 15th or sooner, you're guaranteed to hear back from us by April 1st. We don't really have an average or required GPA or test score for admission. You can see here that we do have middle 50% for each of those categories. And for this cycle, we were test optional. Now, a decision has not been made for fall 2022 applicants. So I recommend checking back on our application August 1 once that goes live. If you want to apply, all it is we are a Common App school, so you can fill out your application there, submit an official transcript, letters of recommendation, and an application fee. We do work with students that have a fee waiver, or if they're wanting to do that as well. Return on investment, 87% of our students are satisfied and happy with their education at VCU, and they have a major or a career related to the major that they had here. If you have additional questions, feel free to reach out to the contact information on the screen. Again, my name is Sarah Frame. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Virginia Commonwealth University. And we are going to get set up for Wentworth Institute of Technology. And just want to continue to encourage those questions to come through in the chat box. And we're going to leave the floor over to Wentworth Institute of Technology.
Thank you so much, and thank you everyone for taking the time this evening to learn more about Wentworth Institute of Technology, our community, and the programs we offer. My name is Rob Sliney, and I'm an admissions counselor here at Wentworth. As seen in the photo, we are located right in the city of Boston. Wentworth was originally founded in 1904 as a technical school with the purpose of furnishing education in the mechanical arts. And today, Wentworth has grown into a nationally ranked university that specializes in degree programs such as engineering, computer science, design, management, and the sciences. And you can see a list of all 20 of our current majors listed here. And our school is divided into 5 colleges: the School of Architecture and Design, the School of Computing and Data Science, the School of Engineering, the School of Management, and the School of Sciences and Humanities. And there are a couple of things I would like to highlight here. One being our architecture major. Our architecture major is a 4+1 program, which means that after completing your 4-year bachelor's, Wentworth students can follow up with a 1-year master's program. And this master's degree would be a professional degree that is typically required for licensingers in the architecture field. Our 2 newest majors are cybersecurity and applied sciences, which we're seeing a large increase of interest in, especially since cybersecurity is such a rapidly emerging field. And we also offer 21 different minors. So if you're looking at this list of majors and thinking that there are other topics you'd really want to hone in on, adding a minor is an option for you as well. So why would you as a student choose to come to Wentworth? You would choose to come to Wentworth if you prefer action-oriented learning. Wentworth provides our students with an authentic real-world platform. With our hands-on project-based curriculum and renowned co-op program, you spend your days putting your ideas into action. It's especially important for our tech science and design-heavy majors that we give you the spaces and the technology needed for you to have those experiences. And so we have 24 state-of-the-art laboratories and maker spaces on our campus that our students can take full advantage of the minute that they walk on campus. And one of the key differentiators of this action-oriented learning curriculum is our co-op program. So at Wentworth, every student is required to complete 2 full semesters of co-op. A co-op is similar to an internship, except it is full-time, and at Wentworth, you're required to be paid in your co-op position. Almost all majors complete these in their junior and senior years, with the exception of architecture majors who will complete their co-ops in their junior and their sophomore and junior years. And these co-ops can be done anywhere. A lot of our students choose to stay right here in Boston, while some go back home or even choose to explore a new city or a new state within the country. The only qualifications that we have for our co-ops is that it's relevant to your major and that they're paid opportunities. And we have a dedicated team of co-op advisors who walk our students through the process and connect them to resources like resume review, on-campus interviews, and co-op fairs. And on this slide here, you can see just a small sampling of where our students end up and how their co-op semester set them up to do so well after graduation. Because our students are graduating with almost one whole year of real work experience, our students are finding jobs more easily because of the skill sets that they gained while they were on co-op. And as a result, 97% of students accepted a job or were enrolled in a graduate degree program within 6 months of graduation, with the median starting salary for our students being $64,000. One thing I really like to highlight when speaking with students from out of state is that not only would you be coming to Wentworth for your degree, but you would be moving to Boston. Our campus stretches across 31 acres at the very hub of Boston, a diverse, dynamic, and tech-focused city. We are also a campus within the city itself. We have a quad and trees and outdoor places for our students to hang out. Our buildings are all adjacent to each other, so there's no need for shuttles around campus. It's all very walkable. Fenway Park is less than a mile away, and the Prudential Center is also right down the street. And we're surrounded by a multitude of museums, including the Museum of Fine Arts, which is right across the street from us. You're guaranteed housing all 4 years at Wentworth, but you're only required to live on campus for your first 2. We're also sandwiched right between 2 MBTA T-stop lines, the green line and the orange line, which makes the city really easy to navigate from campus, and is a really great resource for students who may want to explore the area or explore other parts of the cities. It's very easy to navigate and get around. So what are some of the application requirements to apply to Wentworth? Well, we'll need 4 big things from you. We require an application. We accept the common application, and we also have our own Wentworth application that's located on our website. Your official high school transcript. We only require 1 letter of recommendation. You can send in as many as you like, but only 1 is required. And there is an application fee, or if you are able to present a fee waiver, we'd be able to waive the application fee. But Wentworth is test optional, and we have been for the past 2 years. And the decision to submit your test score is entirely yours to make. The admissions department will only use your test scores if they help your chance of being admitted. But they have no effect on your scholarship or anything like that. If you're a sophomore or junior and you were thinking about going towards to applied math, to engineering and computer science, we recommend you take the calculus route. I know some students, are choosing between stats and calculus these days. We certainly recommend calculus. So that's our brief introduction to our school. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email. I'll be putting my contact information in the chat, but thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Wentworth Institute of Technology. And next, we are going to shift over to Westchester University, and we're going to allow them to get their screen shared. And when they are up and running, just want to continue to get you to ask any questions that you might have. I know that our institutions are ready and willing to answer anything that you put into that chat. So we'll leave it over to Westchester University.
All right, I think my screen is shared. Okay, so hi everyone, my name is Emily Alston. I am one of our assistant directors of admission here at Westchester. So a little bit about our location. So we are located in Westchester, Pennsylvania, which is about 30 miles from Philadelphia and less than 2.5 hours from both Washington, D.C. and New York City. So we are in a great location, being close to all of these major cities. We have students who intern in Philadelphia, and we also have students regularly taking trips for fun or for research to D.C. and to New York City. Another highlight of our location is the borough of Westchester. We are located in a true college town. The borough is less than a 10-minute walk from the center of our campus, and we are rated one of the best college towns in America. At Westchester, we are a medium to large size university. We have over 17,000 students total. Over 14,000 of them are pursuing undergraduate degrees. However, we do maintain a student focus. Our student to faculty ratio is 19:1. And we have an average class size of 25 to 35 students. And all of our classes are taught by faculty members, so no courses are taught by TAs or by graduate assistants. We have over 180 different academic opportunities for our students at Westchester, including over 90 different undergraduate majors. They are divided into 6 colleges, which are listed here. So we have our arts and humanities, business, public management, education, social work, health sciences, science, college science and mathematics, our university college, and we also have our Wells School of Music. At Westchester, we also have a lot of resources for our students, everything from our Career Development Center to our Advising Center, our DubC Autism Program, our Center for Trans and Queer Advocacy, our Multicultural Affairs Office, and our Learning Assistance and Resource Center, which is our tutoring center. And there's so much more that we offer as well in terms of resources for our students. Some of these also carry over even after our students graduate, including the Career Development Center. That is a resource not only for our current students, but is also a resource for any graduates of Westchester as well. We have over 300 clubs here at Westchester, and we are a Division II school with 24 Division II sports. We also do have a large variety of club and intramural sports as well. In terms of housing, we have traditional style housing, suite style housing, and apartment style housing, and a large amount of dining options, including many students' favorites, which are food trucks on campus. For first-year applicants, it is a fairly simple process. We are a Common App school, so you want to go onto the Common Application and fill that out and include Westchester. We have a $45 application fee, or we do accept valid fee waivers such as College Board or NACAC. Then all we really need from students is an official high school transcript. For this year, we were test optional, so it was optional for all majors and programs to send an SAT or ACT score. We have not made a decision for fall 2022 yet, so please keep an eye on our website for that decision, which we hope to have in the near future. I also like to cover transfer applications as well, because about 40% of our students do start as a transfer applicant. For transfer students, they also have the option to complete the Transfer Common App or our Westchester application. Again, there's a $45 application fee. We will need transcripts from all colleges or universities attended and military if a student has served in the military. And then sometimes we also do require some high school information, and that is if a student has completed less than 24 credits at the time of their application. And then lastly, I just want to cover a little bit about financial aid and scholarships. For financial aid, we do use the FAFSA that opens October 1st. We have a priority deadline to complete that of February 1st. And for merit-based awards, there isn't an additional application. Students are automatically considered for those based off of the admissions information that they send in. All right, and that is everything. Our contact information is listed here. We are currently offering a handful of on-campus tours, as well as an abundance of virtual opportunities for our prospective students. So please check out our website to see all of those options. All right, thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Westchester University. And last but not least, York College of Pennsylvania. We're going to let them get their screen share. And because it is our last institution, just want to encourage you to sign up for any other sessions that we have going on. We have one more after this one tonight, and make sure that you put in any questions you have. Thank you.
All right, I'll go ahead and get started. So my name is Derek Butler. I'm an assistant director of admissions at York College. I am also the admissions counselor for all students from the state of New Jersey. So if you do have any questions after tonight's event, feel free to reach out to me. I did share my contact information in the chat a couple minutes ago, just to make sure I didn't forget to share it with you all before the end of the presentation. So just to get started, I want to give you an idea of where we're located. York is located in the city of York, Pennsylvania, where we get our name, in the south central part of the state. We're about 45 minutes from both Harrisburg and Lancaster, about an hour north of Baltimore, and about 2 hours from Philadelphia. We're also about 3 hours from New York City, and then about 4 hours from the Pittsburgh and Richmond areas. So as an institution, we are a private mid-sized school. We have about 4,000 full-time undergraduate students at this point. We offer over 70 different academic programs for our students across 5 different academic schools. We are a very customizable school in terms of education. So if you want to double major, if you want to pick up multiple minors, if you decide to change your major, we are very flexible and we work with you to make sure that's possible. Our most popular programs right now include our direct admit BSN program in nursing, 4 different engineering majors. Our Graham School of Business encompasses about 25 different programs at this point. A number of education programs and criminal justice is always in our top 5 as well. We are always examining new programs to offer our students, so that list will continue to grow even into next year as many of you are starting your application process. The other part of our population on campus is our full-time faculty. All of our classes are taught by full-time professors or adjunct professors who are working actively in the field. We don't have any graduate students or student TAs leading lectures. We really want to make sure you're learning directly from the professionals in the field. We do try to provide a very personalized approach to education at York. It really is a hallmark of the York experience. So our average class size is about 19. Classes can range anywhere between about 10 and 35 at the most, depending on your major and depending on what level the class is at. And we have a student to faculty ratio of about 15:1. So you really have the ability to connect with your professors, connect with your peers, and have the assistance and personalized approach that you need in order to be successful throughout your college career. Okay. So talking a little bit about campus, we also are a residential school. So we do guarantee on-campus housing all 4 years that you are a student at York. All of our first-year students do live in traditional style residence halls right at the heart of our main campus. Our traditional halls all offer both double and single rooms as an option for incoming students. But after your first year, you do have a number of different styles available, whether it's suite style buildings, whether it's full-size apartments, with full kitchens, if you want to do a reduced meal plan or go off a meal plan and cook for yourself. We even have some houses as part of our campus community that the college will rent out to students. The nice thing is it is all included under the York College Residence Life umbrella, so you never have to deal with an outside landlord or finding somewhere to live outside of the York community. As a residential school, especially working with out-of-state students, we get a lot of questions about cars. And I am happy to say this is a school where you can have a car with you all 4 years. There's no issue with that at all. Parking permits are about $100 a year, and you just register through campus safety and you're good to go. In terms of involvement, York is a very active and vibrant campus. There's a lot of different ways to get involved. I always tell the families I work with, it's very hard to not get involved. We are the type of school where there's always something going on every day of the week and on the weekends. So it's not the type of school where everyone's leaving on a Friday afternoon. We host well over 100 different events on campus every semester, many of which are directly planned by the student body. So there's plenty of opportunities to find different ways to get involved, regardless of what your interest might be. The same is true of our clubs and organizations. We have well over 100 different groups on campus, and you do have the ability, obviously, to start your own clubs as well. And they are very broad as well. So it's very easy, again, to find your niche on campus, really where you fit in, where you're most comfortable, and really enjoy that York experience. If you're interested in varsity athletics, we are an NCAA Division III school. We do have 23 athletic teams right now. If you ever have questions about starting the athletic recruit process, just let me as your counselor know, and I'll be happy to connect you with the appropriate coaches in the athletics department to start that conversation and get it going for you. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about the cost of attendance. So we, like I said, are a private institution, so there's no difference between the cost of attendance for a student from New Jersey versus a Pennsylvania resident. As a residential student, you are looking at a total tuition fees, room and board of about $34,400 starting next year, before any scholarships or financial aid are applied to that amount. Every student that is accepted to York does receive a merit-based scholarship that ranges up to $10,000 per year, and it is a renewable award that you'll continue to receive each year as long as you're in good academic standing. We do also offer competitive scholarships through a separate application process once you have been admitted to York, and those all do stack on top of those merit awards. We do encourage families to submit the FAFSA to us as well so that we can generate a need-based financial aid award package for you. About 99% of our students do receive some form of need-based financial aid. Now, just to talk a little bit about the application process, we do have 2 different applications. We accept one directly through our website and the common application. Either way that you apply, it is free. There is no fee. Our regular decision process is a rolling basis process, so we are sending out decisions as we're making them. We don't have any hard deadlines. The only one that we do advertise is that we prefer students to make a decision by May 1st. But if you do need time past that, we are flexible and will happily work with you. We do offer a binding early decision option as well, if you know York is your top choice. Moving into next year, we are going to be staying test optional. So keep a lookout for the requirements. This year, we did require your transcript, 2 letters of recommendation, and some form of essay. But if you do want to apply with test scores, we certainly can do that for you as well. And just lastly, we are still hosting in-person visits to campus as well as virtual tours. And we're looking forward this fall to starting to host in-person open houses and sessions again. If you do have any questions, like I said, I am your representative here at York. I did put my contact information in the chat, so I look forward to speaking with you soon. Thanks.
All righty, thank you so much. And we are going to actually have enough time for a round robin. So I'm going to share my screen with the question, and we'll start right back up at the top of our list with West Virginia University. If you can give an interesting or fun fact about your school, and then we'll go right down the line.
Sure. So one of the neat things about WVU is that we actually, since the 1970s, have had a monorail to get our students around campus. It's called the Personal Rapid Transit System. And it is it's 2 tracks that get you to and from your dorms and to our academic buildings on campus, on our campus. And because we have a monorail, we have been selected by the company Virgin to test a Hyperloop in West Virginia, which is a people mover that should move people very quickly. So it's been a really interesting year around the monorail because we had to close it this year due to the pandemic, but we hope to be up and running in the fall.
Awesome, thank you. And University of the Sciences?
Hi, so a fun fact about University of the Sciences is that we actually graduated the very first female pharmacist in the United States. And another fun fact, just because I love ice cream, we actually had the old Breyers ice cream factory located on our campus way back in the day. So a lot of people will still call one of our main parking lots the Breyers parking lot.
Awesome. And then Virginia Commonwealth University.
Yeah, so fun fact is related to one of our alums from the university. So I don't know if anyone's seen the movie with Robin Williams, Patch Adams, but Patch Adams actually graduated from Virginia Commonwealth University. He was most known for creating the Gesundheit Institute, which was basically a bunch of volunteers that would go around to children or other folks in hospitals dressed as clowns to kind of bring some lightness to, their situation. So he's a very interesting gentleman. If you've never had the chance to look him up, I definitely recommend you read about his history.
Thank you. And Wentworth Institute of Technology.
I would say the fun fact about us is the fact that there's so much to do right around our back door here, right on our front door here on our campus. Literally right across the street from our soccer field is the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston, and students get actually free admission into the Museum of Fine Arts when they enroll at Wentworth. There's also an Isabel Stewart Gardner Museum, which is a famous art museum that's very close by the campus. You just have to show your student ID and you're able to get into that museum for free. And also, because of our proximity to Fenway Park, we're literally about a 10-minute walk away. We're able to give our students discounts to baseball games, Red Sox games. I know New Jersey might be Yankee Mets territories, but they do come up to Boston to play. So our students get discounts on tickets as well. So lots of fun things to do around campus.
Awesome. And then Westchester University.
So a fun fact about Westchester is we are actually the only university that has students nominate someone for the Nobel Peace Prize, and our students regularly attend almost every year the Nobel Peace Prize to represent Westchester.
Awesome. And lastly, York College of Pennsylvania.
So my fun fact about York is actually more about our history. So like some of the other institutions on the screen, we've gone through a number of name changes. A couple of institutions have combined to form the current York College of Pennsylvania, but we actually date back in our earliest form to 1787, which means our institution is actually older than the US Constitution. And York, Pennsylvania is also the home of the Articles of Confederation that predated the Constitution and the first National Day of Thanksgiving.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing awesome facts about your schools and just everything that was shared tonight. I know it's going to be a help in the rest of the process for our attendees. And with that being said, I'm going to share one last screen to thank you again, everyone who was on this college fair tonight. A quick survey is going to pop up after you close this window. It's only 4 questions, so please make sure to fill that out. And if you want to sign up for any more sessions, there's one more session tonight. You can do so by going to strivescan.com/OCSCA, and the recording for this session and any other sessions will be available within about a week. Thank you all and good luck on the college search process. Take care.